received a major bag in this settlement that was seemingly proving that iHeart was in the wrong and that he was in the right about everything. Between Charlemagne, the initial reports, and journalists, what it seems like the actual story is. For to see this man just dig through nothing to try and prove the fact to us that he didn't just lose in a rap beef where we all know that he did fair and square. And I mean, with all of this, well, we're gonna have to wait and see where this goes. It is already very clear that with Drake and his team lying the way they already have about what is going on and what they are trying to do and get out of everything, something is really up, and we are only going to see this more and more as this thing goes on. But really beyond that, as this is the point we are at with Drake and the loss of a rap beef has really gotten this far, I mean, I've lost any ounce of respect I still had remaining for Drake. And in all honesty, his entire life...
Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? We're back with another banger. Now, today's video, we got why Drake is finally getting exposed for lying about his lawsuit, or lying in his lawsuit. Now, that being said, if you're new here, don't forget that big red subscribe button and that like button. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers by the end of April. Gang, at the time of this recording, it is March 10th, and we're at 312 subscribers from the last time I checked, which was like 5 minutes ago, I think. 312 subscribers. You guys have been going crazy. At this pace, gang, we only need, what, 90 more subscribers? Like, really 88, if I'm being given the exact number. We need 88 more of y'all to hit that subscribe button. Gang, these videos have been going crazy. We've been getting way more than 88 views on this channel. I know 88 of y'all can hit that subscribe button to get us to 400. Gang, come on, join the family. Let's see where we can take this channel this year. We just started and we going crazy, man. Join the family and stop hating, stop playing. That being said, let's see what Fantastic Hip Hop has to say about Drake, man. Get something to get you right. That being said, let's get it.
Now, really with Drake at this point, when you call yourself a rapper, just released an entire new album and just went on an entire tour, and yet we are only talking more and more about the lawsuits you were involved in and nothing else, it's really disgusting that this is what the entire brand of someone who was once considered as one of rap's biggest stars has come to. And now currently, despite the fact that Drake is now doubling down on his suit against his label and Not Like Us, there are more reports than ever coming out around what's going on with Drake and everything going on behind the scenes. And now, while earlier in the week, Drake and everyone around him were trying to flex like they won against iHeartMedia, as they were also listed in the first petition he filed out and they agreed to some sort of a settlement, it has come out that what Drake was saying is not just a bold-faced lie, but that a lot more claims around what has been going on have never looked more wrong. And now, before we get into just how bad things are starting to fall apart for Drake, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and as this is one of the most pivotal moments in hip-hop this year, it has really never been more important to support the channel. And with that said, when it comes to Drake, well, as we are currently at a point where, at least for now, everything about the guy's actual music is just no longer even a thought, as he is seemingly putting all of his effort into whatever he thinks he is going to gain from the multiple suits he has put out against his label and everyone he possibly can over Not Like Us, Drake and his team are now seemingly doing more than they have since the release of the first-fledged lawsuit to try and create as many problems as they can, and also just try and build an image and narrative to the public that they are winning this thing and that the truth is on their side. And now this seemingly started when it came out that Drake and iHeartMedia, who was the other party Drake was going heavily after alongside his label at this point, reached some sort of a settlement agreement, which by this being stated, Drake fans and the people who desperately cover him and try to...
Y'all are lying to me right now. So this nigga Drake tried to sue his label and Kendrick's label. I think he's still going through with the lawsuit, but they didn't settle as fast, I guess, as iHeart. This nigga tried to sue the Super Bowl as well. I'm pretty sure they didn't settle. So this nigga went and sued a radio company, and they actually settled and he won that lawsuit. This nigga is suing everybody. And it just seemed like he literally trying to sue everybody just to see who he can win. You feel me? Like what lawsuit he can win. And I'm pretty sure he knew, like, oh, iHeartRadio, oh, I can win this shit. Oh, we gonna make a bag off them. You feel me? Damn, nigga, come on, Drake. Come on, bro.
To help shape his image for the better.
This nigga really
we're running around
mad,
and not just treating this like they won against iHeart because of this and that they folded due to Drake being in the right, which Drake was literally even joking about in posts in the lamest ways you could ever imagine, despite the fact that there was never actually anything to win here because this was a petition in the first place. And also, in addition to everything they were saying there, It also started to emerge from the inner workings of OVO that Drake received a major bag in this settlement that was seemingly proving that iHeart was in the wrong and that he was in the right about everything he said, and that Drake is actually this sort of victim that he has been trying to make himself out to be. And now after Drake fans were running around with this narrative and trying to act like everybody else was just being quiet because they didn't want to talk about Drake getting a win, when in actuality there was just no...
Bro, I'm a Drake fan as well as a Kendrick fan. What victim role are you trying to play, my nigga? We've been reacting to your shit for I don't know how long now. What victim role are you trying to play? My nigga, you diss Kendrick Lamar. You were sending shots, calling him all kinds of names in music. This nigga does it right back to you, wins the beef, goes viral, wins Grammys, does all this shit. And you get butthurt saying that everybody is listening to his music and not streaming yours. Well, duh, nigga. Of course they're streaming his because you're acting like a sore loser. Not only that, his lyrics and music videos were harder than yours. I'm just keeping it P, my nigga, and I'm a fan of both of them. You feel me? This shit is beyond me. Drake is actually starting to piss me off now. Bro, what the fuck is this? My nigga. A lawsuit on iHeartMedia? Seriously? Nigga, I just told y'all in 2 reactions I was on the way to the liquor store to get me an energy drink to record a reaction, and I heard these niggas playing his shit all over the radio. I'm talking about iHeartRadio, 99.1, 103.6, I think it is, or 103.2 iHip-Hop or some shit like that if y'all live in Cali. My nigga. This shit is getting wicked, bro.
Information to actually support what was coming from the OVO side of things. Now this little party they have is over because we have gotten multiple stories from news outlets, both from iHeart's very own Charlemagne and his crew. Which obviously, with that alone, you would have to question what they were saying.
Everybody know, y'all know what
would be in Charlemagne's best interest to make who he works for look good. But in addition to just one source.
If you hate constantly being swarmed by ads, you need to download Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that blocks ads on...
Other journalists close to the situation have came out and revealed what actually has been happening with this entire moment as well. Overall, with the stories coming in, we have seen that Drake's flex about what went on behind the scenes and the narrative that OVO has been trying to make about Drake now getting control over the industry because he is in the right has just never been more wrong. And now we really know that Drake has been caught within one of his worst lies yet because he didn't win anything. And between Charlemagne, the initial reports, and journalists, what it seems like the actual story is that after iHeart engaged with Drake about the petition that he sent out, and he was seemingly given the information that he requested, although he didn't find what he was looking for, which we will get into later. With this being the reality of things, as Drake's claims turned out to be wrong, he did not...
Don't tell me that this nigga is looking for information either for Drake. I mean, I said for Drake. For... Oh shit, this not kicking in. Either for himself or for Kendrick or against his lawsuit for CMB. I believe it's CMB. I think. Don't correct me on that. I believe I said that last reaction and you guys fucking went crazy in the reactions when I was saying CMB. I think that is his shit. If not, Kendrick and his label, you feel me? He might be trying to get dirt against either Kendrick, his label, or some other people he's trying to get into a lawsuit. Because y'all know fucking Drake at this point, my nigga, is trying to find something on anybody to get a win. That's what it seems like right now. And I told y'all, I'm a Drake fan and a Kendrick fan, bro. I listen to Drake's music. I listen to Kendrick's music. But my nigga, when y'all going out like this, I'm going to say how I feel, in my opinion. Just like y'all going to comment down below and say y'all opinion and how y'all feel, I'm going to do the same, bro. You feel me?
Not receive any sort of bag or reward like his fans, OVO, and even Drake himself have been alluding to and trying to lead people into believing. And overall, at the core of this, what ended up happening was that iHeart handed over Drake the info that he was looking for. And after Drake saw that there was nothing there from them that was supporting the claims that he is trying to push, they mutually agreed to drop the claims and move on. And that was it for Drake and what was going on here. And really, in the grand picture of this all,
so
and this is really showing us in of itself that Drake's claims now have not been able to be proved by either Spotify or iHeart, which overall is showcasing. And when it comes to the major players that help music reach major audiences on the highest level possible, There has been nothing fake about the success of Not Like Us one bit. And really for Drake, what he is now going to have to realize sooner than later is that the song's impact is only becoming more and more real. And so now with Drake walking away from this petition with next to nothing but...
So, he never won no money off the lawsuit or petition. But alright, hold on. Before I say anything, I think I'm gonna contradict myself. So let's just keep playing.
But everything's still being so vague about what's been actually going on. When it comes to Drake and the people around him trying to push this as a win before we knew what was actually happening. Overall, it does make a lot of sense why they would try to do this, because in terms of the optics of trying to prove to anybody that they do have a point with the ridiculous move that they are making, which is of course bringing the effects of a rap beef to this extent of all places, even if they are not right, just leading people on in...
Well, he never answered my question. I mean, he did in the beginning, but then he kind of did in the middle right here. Y'all let me know down below. Did Drake make money off of this lawsuit from, oh my goodness, this eye is kicking in, bro, from iHeartMedia? Or did he just try to get information from iHeartMedia and he didn't end up finding the information and he still didn't end up making a bag? Y'all let me know, because at the beginning it said like he made a bag, and then it said that he didn't make anything, that he just wanted some information and never found it. So y'all let me know. That kind of confused me.
Into believing that Drake
maybe I just overheard some shit or overthought some
and
shit,
that what he is putting out means something would at least change the perception of what he has done here in some regard, as then it would look like Drake is exposing the music industry. But of course, as we have now found out, this is just not the case, and ultimately, Drake is back where he started here because he got nothing whatsoever from this organization to prove that there was anything going on behind the scenes to push Not Like Us into becoming one of the biggest hits that we have ever seen in recent memory. And really, I think going a step further with how all of this has ended for Drake, I would think when him and iHeart sat down and talked behind the scenes about songs being pushed within a way that is not actually allowed and goes against what the industry has set up, which is of course what Drake wants to hear happened with Not Like Us.
Exactly.
iHeart probably reminded Drake that
his whole narrative was that they were streaming and pushing Kendrick's music beyond boundaries like they were supposed to. That's why Kendrick's music was doing so good. Even though when he went and looked at the numbers and looked at everything, was like, damn, all this is actually legit. None of this is fake. None of this is like illegal or out of the rules. You feel me? It's all legit. These are real people streaming these numbers. Like, damn, nigga. Like, damn. You feel me? It fucked his head up.
Multiple different occasions in his career. His records
he thought
were
he had
pushed in
some
a similar
information
way
and
and
really
definitely benefited from the things that he is trying to say were working for Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us's favor. And now because really, with how many Drake songs were everywhere when he was seen as one of the top guys in the industry, I mean some of those records were not good whatsoever, and it was so obvious that they were being pushed artificially because there was no cultural response to them whatsoever. And I do think that Drake has realized that if he goes down this route here, exploring this will not end up well for him, as even his legacy and past reputation will be put into question more than ever if the truth comes out about how much he was benefiting from the industry practices he is trying to speak out against now. And if this ever came out, people will look back at the times when Drake was actually near the top of the game and start to see everything he was doing as an absolute lie. And overall, without anybody remembering a time where Drake was actually good, then he will really reach a point where he will never be in a worse place overall.
All I know is if Drake keeps going on this path, on suing everybody, suing all these big names, suing all these big companies and big people. My nigga, I know Drake, you know, I'm not saying that he's a bad guy or anything, but I know he has some skeletons in the closet, you feel me? And I feel like somebody's gonna get tired of this nigga and start exposing the fuck out of him. You feel me? So I feel like he really needs to chill and just stop suing these niggas. Stop saying that people are out here streaming Kendrick's numbers more than Drake, when in all reality they are, and it's fully legit because they're fucking with Kendrick more than Drake, just simply because Kendrick's not doing this shit. You feel me? It's just crazy. You're going out like a sore loser. You're suing fucking everybody that says your name or doesn't go against your numbers or doesn't like what you're doing or you feel like is exposing you, or blackballing you, it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy.
That would just ruin everything
let me know how y'all
to
feeling down
levels
below
that
in the
we could have
comments.
never even imagined.
Beyond me
And of
sometimes,
course,
bro.
and really with Drake and with this entire moment, I think what's clear is that this path of delusion and lies is going to be where we are headed in terms of the fact that the OVO rapper and everything he has ever stood for is just going to change a lot more than any of us could have ever thought. And at that, in the worst
100%.
way possible as this thing continues, because really, as this whole story came out and Drake's whole way to try and sound like a winner here just fell apart because he was clearly lying, Drake sent out another 26-page update in his other suit against his label, which is pretty much doubling down on everything he already said, but is once again trying to twist and use other facets from what's happening.
UMG is the label. Alright, UMG. I said C and B, I mean UMG. I got it now.
With iHeart, which he just settled with to try and give himself another chance to have a point to stand on, but going further into that is really going to require its own video, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe for that. And with that case going on in Texas, while at the same time he has another one in New York. Overall, it is so clear that Drake is trying to do everything he possibly can to make this situation as difficult as it can be for everyone within it, and really with this new update in Drake's suit, overall, Drake is really dragging this from every angle possible, and it's about to get tedious and more pathetic than ever to see this man just dig through nothing to try and prove the fact to us that he didn't just lose in a rap beef where we all know that he did fair and square. And I mean, with all of this, well, we're gonna have to wait and see where this goes. It is already very clear that with Drake and his team lying the way they already have about what is going on and what they are trying to do and get out of everything, something is really up, and we are only going to see this more and more as this thing goes on. But really beyond that, as this is the point we are at with Drake and the loss of a rap beef has really gotten this far, I mean, I've lost any ounce of respect I still had remaining for Drake. And in all honesty, his entire legacy has just been ruined, because I can't believe that this is the timeline we are witnessing, and this is really happening because, again, even after Drake released music and went on an entire tour, all he cares about already is trying to change what happened with these ridiculous pieces of paperwork. And I mean, when it comes to a rapper at this point in their career, we have just never seen anybody ruin their legacy and everything they have ever done like this. And
man, y'all, bruh. Fantastic Hip Hop, this is not the most truest shit you've ever seen. I have never seen a rapper go out this sad, bro. Especially a rapper this well known, been famous for a very long time. Do this. My nigga, I say this every video. Kendrick Lamar really did something to this man, bro. When this beef started, bro, he really did something to this man. For him to act like this after losing a beef, my nigga, it's just a music beef. You feel me? Yeah, y'all might be beefing in real life, you feel me? Yeah, whoop-de-whoop. But to everybody else, you know, like, it's just numbers and shit, you feel me? Like, my nigga, we'll all forget about this. We'll all forget about this as soon as you go ghost. Just leave it alone, my nigga. You know how the world works. Everybody's gonna forget about this shit in a couple months, my nigga. Something else big is gonna go on, and that's what the next person's about to be thinking about and talking about. They're not about to be talking about this, but you keep bringing your name and shit, keep getting exposed, keep suing people, sending shots at Kendrick. Yeah, people are gonna still talk about you, still stream his music just because of what you're doing. If you just go ghost, niggas aren't going to care as much. His numbers and shit, his number one diss song on you, the numbers might stop streaming a little bit. But you keep doing this, my nigga, his numbers are going to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Because of you. You feel me? Like, chill out, bro. Let's finish this off.
Well, Drake is bragging about doing these things and thinks that this is going to make things better for him somehow. For everybody else, aside from his fans who are willing to follow him to anywhere, this is making everybody lose more and more respect for him, because even in these papers, it's clear that he has nothing right now and that he is trying to get back at everyone in the most petty ways possible. But in the reality of things, while Drake is really going to keep pushing these things,
you can't say he don't got nothing. The nigga definitely got bread,
which is what we are all here for. Kendrick Lamar has just taken such a big lead at this point that Drake is never going to be able to come back from this at all. And I mean, at least in terms of that, Drake isn't just getting exposed for how ridiculous everything he is doing is and how bad it all is for hip-hop, but between all of this losing and the success of Kendrick Lamar at the same time, Drake has just never been in a more awful place in every way possible. And as more comes out about what Drake is really doing behind the scenes, I think everything is only going to get a lot worse from here. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think about what Drake and his team were trying to tell us coming out as a lie? And what do you think about him doubling down on everything he is trying to do at the same time as this as well?
Yeah. Me personally, bro, I think Drake needs to take a break. I say it all the time. Every video keeps getting worse and worse and worse. This nigga just keeps doing extra shit that he doesn't need to be doing anymore. He just needs to chill out, take a break, relax, and then come back with some hard shit. Y'all are even agreeing with me in the comments that this nigga is doing too much, that, you know, y'all losing respect for him, I'm losing respect for him, and I told y'all, I listen to both these niggas, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. They both make some good music. They both had some good music. You feel me? So I'm going to keep it P always and give y'all my honest opinion. This nigga Drake is going out sad, and he is starting to lose my respect by the more and more stupid shit he keeps doing. Y'all can let me know down below in the comments if y'all are rocking with Drake or have been rocked with him before, and are y'all still fucking with him now. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. You know, every artist has a shit, but I have yet to see an artist do this much. You feel me? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Don't forget that big red subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. And I catch y'all. We go.